Hey y'all, welcome back to Twin Oaks Family Farm in rural Southeast Ohio, USA. Thanks for joining me. I'm Melissa and we are counting down to Independence Day in the United States of America. This is July 3rd, 2024, and we've done a series of short videos just sharing our anticipation and excitement and build up to our national holiday here in America for Independence Day, July 4th. It commemorates July 4th, 1776, when the United States officially declared independence from the rule of Great Britain. So in today's video, showing you our porch flags that we've just replaced, talking a little bit about the American flag, some interesting things about it, talking about our national anthem, interesting things about it, and 4th of July food, and that is a big deal in the United States of America. Welcome back, glad you're here. Happy 4th of July. We're almost there. So looking forward to Independence Day. One of the things that I enjoy displaying is the American flag on our front porch at our happy little home place. Hi Tanner. Hi guys. The dogs are out enjoying the beautiful day. So we've put our American flags out here. I've just replaced these. These three are brand new ones, and really excited about them. One thing I'm really excited about is they are actually made in the USA. I love that. July 2nd, 2024, we did a video and I shared with y'all that July 2nd is Made in USA Day. And when we replace our American flags, we try to get flags that are made in the USA. So really great material that's durable. These are recycled polyester. They hold up well. The colors don't run, but sometimes the vividness of the colors tends to fade, and that's really why we seem to only get about a year out of them displaying them, because we display them regularly. So try to take them down when the weather is bad, but other than that, we try to display those flags as much as we possibly can. So anyway, so we've put three up here, but some neat things about the American flag. Tanner's just soaking up the sun. He's loving it. But some neat things about the American flag. So from 1777 to 1960, the United States flag only experienced 27 changes, and 25 of those were to update the number of stars on the flag. Since the year 1818, there's been federal law that dictates that the number of stars on the American flag will represent, reflect, match the number of states in the Union, and that when a state is added the following year of its admission on July 4th, that's when its star will be added to the American flag. So what was the last state to join the Union? And when was it? It was Hawaii in 1959. So the last change to the American flag occurred in 1960 when the star for Hawaii was added. So that's pretty cool. So the flag also is often referred to as the Star-Spangled Banner, and that nickname, I believe, comes from about 1814 and from Francis Scott Key during the battle of, or during the war of, I shouldn't say battle of, during the war of 1812, at a battle in 1814, a large flag was hoisted over, I hope I get this right, I hope I'm drawing correctly out of my memory, Fort McHenry, and it inspired Francis Scott Key to write lyrics to a familiar tune, but the lyrics that he wrote, he titled Star-Spangled Banner. And so that's where we get the national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, from 1814 during the War of 1812. And in 1814, when that was penned, it was because the United States had achieved a victory over Great Britain. So sure, that carried very special emotion for those soldiers and for the people at that time. So the Star-Spangled Banner, though, was just a song at that point. Actually, around, I think, 1916, I think it was President Woodrow Wilson acknowledged it as sort of the anthem for all the armed forces. But it was in 1931 that the Star-Spangled Banner was officially named the American National Anthem. So there will actually be a link in the comments and descriptions. Hope you'll go to and check it out to view a performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by the Singing Sergeants of the United States Air Force. And it's beautiful. I hope you'll go check it out. So, what about 4th of July food? 4th of July food has always been a big deal. In fact, one of the founding fathers, John Adams, would have had a special meal for July 4th, 1776. Now, it might not be what you would think. So, supposedly, research indicates that John Adams and his wife would have celebrated on July 4th, 1776 with a meal of turtle soup, very popular at the time, very popular summer meal at the time. So, turtle soup and poached salmon and green peas, new potatoes, and some sweets called Indian pudding and apple pandowdy. And so the Indian pudding would have been like a cornmeal, sweetened cornmeal based pudding, and the apple pandowdy would have been sort of like an apple pie, kind of a precursor, forerunner to an apple pie. And so today, nowadays, modern times in the United States of America, 4th of July food is popular to the tune of about $7 to $9 billion in the American economy annually. So any given year in the American economy, we can expect consumer spending on food for 4th of July to be in the range of $7 to $9 billion. Wow. So the most popular main dishes, main meats for 4th of July is meats. And the main dish, most popular, would be meats. And it would be like grilled or barbecued. It'd be something along the lines of hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, chicken, any kind of barbecue, pulled pork, barbecue. So any of those things could be at any given 4th of July gathering you go to. And you know, with any holiday, that is a lot of people's favorite aspect is not only the celebrating whatever that holiday is for, but the gathering and the food. So what are y'all looking forward to? What foods are you going to celebrate 4th of July, American Independence Day with? We'll be looking forward to corn on the cob from a local produce farm, from homegrown poultry we've had here. I think we'll have some ground chicken patties that were produced from the meat chickens that we raise, and you know, probably some sides. Now, apple pie is a traditional dessert that would have been something that even in colonial times they would have enjoyed baking and would have carried for the colonists like kind of a connotation, a feeling of celebrating that independence from Great Britain. Now, I don't have enough backstory to be able to connect the dots on why that is, but at any rate, you know, maybe it had something to do with like putting sugar in it. Maybe sugar was hard to get. Maybe there was added expense in getting sugar. I need to go back and refresh my memory on some things. But at any rate, so even today, apple pie is kind of considered a classic 4th of July dessert, and that actually goes back to colonial times. So, and we talked about John Adams celebrating 4th of July, 1776, with a meal of turtle soup, poached salmon, the green peas, the new potatoes, the corn pudding, Indian pudding, and the apple pandowdy, like an apple cobbler apple pie to us. It's interesting about John Adams. In fact, he thought, well, all indicators say that he thought that Independence Day should have been celebrated on July 2nd. So we're going to wrap up with that. Why is that? He believed that since the Continental Congress, Second Continental Congress, had actually voted unanimously in favor of declaring independence from Great Britain on July 2nd, that should be the day that independence was celebrated. But what ended up leading to it being celebrated on July 4th was that the Second Continental Congress, after they approved unanimously to declare independence from Great Britain, that happened on July 2nd. But after they did that, they recognized, you know, we need to draft a document that makes this official, declares it to the world as we can get that news spread out there, and explains it to the colonists. So they commenced and set about to drafting the Declaration of Independence. It was completed and approved on July 4th, 1776 by the Second Continental Congress. And that is how we have come to celebrate Independence Day in America on the 4th of July every